Hey there everyone, Captain Beards here, bringing you another Langrisser mobile video. Let's get it. Alright guys, as you can see by the title of this video, this is going to be about your soldiers and trainings. So first things first, let's go over to the Secret Realm, Anaki's Gym here. This is where you're going to be getting the material for your soldiers and pretty much just grinding your gear up and all that other good stuff. And throughout this video, this is going to be for beginner players / advanced players. So if you are super advanced at this game and you're a top tier player or whatever, and this doesn't help you, sorry, I'm just trying to help as many people as I possibly can. All right, so these are pretty much easy to farm because it tells you what days they come up. So just be mindful of that, guys, that if you are trying to get your flyers up, do know that flyers come up on Tuesday, Friday, and Sunday. So definitely something to be thinking about when you're trying to grind up your characters. But besides that, a quick little note, guys, when you're doing these missions, so say I'm farming Aiden's devil training, I've already done it probably like 4 or 5 times. If I go and do it again, I'm going to keep getting less and less material. So do understand that the first few times you get the material, like your daily rewards, you're going to get a lot of stuff. And then as you continuously farm it, the materials that you're going to get is going to actually lower, which it does suck. Another side note, guys, is all these come up on a Sunday. So if you are missing some materials for your flyers or any of your units, pretty much come in on Sunday and just farm that extra materials. It never hurts to waste your stamina. If you have extra stamina at the end of the day, it does not hurt to come over here and waste it on this. Little tips here too, do not be afraid to team battle this. It is much easier to team battle than it is to do solos. I know the Anaki's Gym's bosses here, their Macho Blast is no joke. Like, I can actually clear out pretty much I know I can do level 50s right now, I just haven't gotten to it. I just rather do level 50s with a team just because it's just much easier. But just go in there with the team, say hello, and be friendly, and hopefully you get a good match in. But that is the best way to farm these, is just go in there and just, you know, team battle it. I don't recommend doing solos unless you can absolutely overpower it, but you should, the majority of the time, you should be able to find a team to farm that. Now let's go over to these soldiers. Alright, so the importance of this page is extremely detrimental to the growth in this game. Like, I cannot tell you guys how much I recommend that you should see all these current levels, say 12. Right now, obviously my Lancers are at level 11 because I was working on other units first, but they are definitely going to be 12 when their mission comes up. I believe it's tomorrow. I'm not too sure. I gotta go ahead and look at the gyms again. But yes, you definitely want to focus on these guys a lot. They can make a huge difference, guys. I'm telling you, a huge difference. And definitely keep your expeditions going. Throw the expeditions up. If you are busy throughout your day, go ahead and throw the 8-hour time up. You're still going to get pretty much the same amount of materials and stuff like that, except, you know, your units are busy for 8 hours. Now, do note, guys, when you throw units in this, you can still use those units. So it's not like some other games where if your unit's doing a mission, you can't use that unit because they're doing a mission. No, this is not like that. You throw them in here, you still can use them in your other missions and other stuff, arena and everything. So don't be afraid of that. Beginner players, advanced players, you already know about that. All right, so let's start from infantry here and basic training here. I really don't recommend too much focus on these charts here. The heavy infantry, I definitely say focus on, just because they are really solid units. And if you're afraid of where to go at with characters, let's see if I have, yeah. All right, so say this guy's locked here and I'm afraid to go where if I should go towards this unit, sorry, slur my words here. If I should go towards this unit, I go ahead and click the unit and go check details and see who can use this guy. Right now I'm like, okay, Matthew, Varg, Ermac dude thing, and Jug. Okay. All stats 2%. When soldier HP is above 80%, attack increases by 15%. That's okay. I don't really think it's worth my gold investment, so I'm just gonna skip. Do not be afraid to do that, right? Because if you try to go through, I know, and trust me, I tried doing it in the beginning of the game. If you try saying, okay, I'm gonna work on infantry, basic training, and I'm gonna try to max out everything here and go through the list here and blah 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 blah, and then go through the list here, right? you're gonna screw yourself in the long run because you're gonna waste a lot of gold. This is the gold hog page. Your gold will actually scream because of how much you waste in here. So do recognize that, guys. So back to my basic training here. So I definitely recommend focusing on the heavy infantries. They can do quite really good work for Chris, Leadin, Elwin, and even Matthew here. Grenier can use them too, and Kirikaze. So check that out. All right, so heavy infantry's worth a little bit of investment. Level 5 does not hurt on these guys at all. Highland warriors I have not worked on. They're pretty good too. The only problem is Liana has them. You're not going to use them on your Liana. I mean, if you do, it's because you're fighting a lot of greens, but she's still a mage, so you want to kind of keep her at far anyways. So I'm not too sure about that. But damage taken is decreased by 6%. Is okay. There's a lot better. And then Chris here, but there's a lot better too. Advanced training here, go after the mass maids. They're extremely good, and I'm finding a lot more worth in them as I use them more and more. They suit very well on Elwin. You can throw them on Leadin too, but Leadin, if you run him in that holy unit warrior state, then he's going to be using your holy units. So Elwin's there, but if you use Leadin as red, yeah, the mass maids are very solid. Arguably the best unit for him. Berserker's not too bad either. You're going to get crit increased by 18%, attack increased by 9%. So super good too. It's kind of weird that they're on Leon, Angelina, Kirikaze here, and Lester. So it's kind of weird that he's on these units here, but that gives him a little bit more range. So Berserker's not too bad either. Obviously I got him level 4. I went straight for the mass maids here. I'm not going to go ahead and get the Orc Berserkers. I feel like they're just not worth the investment at all, especially with these units. I feel like the Orc Berserkers just not worth it. They're just way better units. If it's my opinion, guys, so understand that. Going into elite training here. So now the elite training page, I haven't really worked on too much either. Now do note, guys, you definitely want to take a look at these little side nodes here, just because these stat buffs can make a huge difference. Like look at this, infantry HP plus 2%. That could go a long freaking way. So don't be afraid to go ahead and level that up. Like I just got to level 13 doing that. That's awesome. I'm gonna throw a little bit of investment in here. I think I'll do one more. Yeah, I'll do one more. Okay. And now, yeah, I just went from 200,000 gold to 160. So be very mindful of that. The nodes can go ham on your stuff there. And then look at this. Damage taken by infantry is reduced by 5% when HP is at 80% or higher. So definitely invest in your nodes here. Do not be afraid to throw a couple points in the nodes. Don't just go straight after the characters. Now, looking at this character here, obviously this is the Dark Guard. Go ahead, check details, see who can use them. Freya, Bernhardt, and your girl Varna. So Dark Guards are not too bad. I do actually recommend them quite a bit just because they can give you some self-sustain, restores 12% soldier HP. So that's actually really good. And then they do damage after battle. And being a red, throw them on your girl Freya. And then you have some versatility. Then you got the Guardian Infantries. Now all stats plus 2% when attacked and your soldier's HP is above 80%. Defense increases by 15%. That's an okay thing. You could check details. I'm not going to unlock them. I don't feel like they're really worth it. And then you got the Cyclops here. Now, another note here is when you click a unit and you see the gold book and the gold weight here or anything gold here, that just means that that unit is unlocked through the character themselves. So you can go over to these characters and you can actually unlock the Guardian Infantry through Leon and all these characters here, right? So just increasing this is just a stat buff increase. Now, when you see this, the rainbow color book, that means this character is unlocked in the training section themselves. So in order for these characters to use this character, I have to unlock them here. That means I'm going to have to get this node here to level 5. Once I get it to level 5, then I can go ahead and unlock the Cyclops, and then I can use the Cyclops on any of these units, right? They don't have to be a certain level. They don't have to have certain equipment, none of that. Nope. As soon as I get the Cyclops, these guys can use them, which is very, very freaking cool that the game actually does that. When attacking enemies with lower HP after entering battle, attacking defense increased by 10%. That's okay. I mean, I feel like there's probably some better stuff, but I wouldn't mind unlocking this at all when attacking enemies. Not too sure. Not really recommended in my book there. So going into greens here, I say invest a lot in your lances here. Now the only reason why my lances are not max level 10 right now is just because I don't have my green books. As soon as this mission comes up tomorrow, then yeah, I'm going to be grinding these out, and these guys are definitely getting to level 10 tomorrow. And then going down here, you got the heavy centurions, which they're a rainbow. That means you have to unlock, once you unlock them through here, these characters are going to get them. All stats plus 2%. When attacked, attack and defense increased by 10%. That's pretty good. I mean, it seems a little bit, yeah, physical damage taken decreased by 12%. So it seems a little bit better than these guys. I don't know. Yeah, I might throw those on my Freya, try them out. Attack and defense increase, so that seems pretty cool. But yeah, same thing with these guys. Get the Lancers to level, once I get them to level 12, I just gonna unlock this and then put them on my Freyas and stuff. So heavy Centurions, definitely not too bad here. Advanced training state here. Now you got the Amazoness up here. Amazon champion. All stats plus 2%. When attacking, attack increases by 10%. 30% chance to reduce enemies' defense by 20%. Last one turn. Check details. And we got Chris Leiden and Grenier. And I forgot his name. Damn, it's on the tip of my tongue too. Alright, so Amazon champion here. Not too bad of units. They are green, so be mindful of how you put them on your characters here. But yeah, like I said, pretty good units. Lava Titans, another one you got to unlock through here. I hear a lot of people say the Lava Titans are not good at all, so that's why I haven't unlocked them. And plus, these characters, I feel like the only character that can really benefit from the Lava Titan would probably be Varg, and even then, I'm pretty sure you probably won't use the Lava Titans on him. Stone Colossuses are not too bad either for a little bit of investment. The character slate here, Burn and Varg maybe Jug too, depending on how you're gonna run him. But the other three, I don't see it. So a little bit of investment there. And then the elite training page here. Now, obviously, I don't have some stuff unlocked here. Now these guys you unlock through characters themselves. These characters here. One soldier HP is below 70%. Attack increases by 15%. That's okay, but you never really want to keep your HP low anyways, so I don't see that being actually any good. And then Dark Centurions. All stats 2%. When attacked and your soldier's HP is above 10%, 30% chance to trigger hero's barb damage after battle. Oh man, I was about to say, please tell me Freya has this unit, because that would be freaking amazing. I would love to throw that on Freya. But besides that, I could see it on your boy Altair, Sephiroth, and Elwyn, maybe, if you're running them both as Grand Marshals. So if you're running them both as greens, then yeah, I could definitely see that. Lance 2, maybe. So these guys are not too bad. So if you want to invest in these guys just to see some extra damage kick off with that barb, that'd be pretty cool. But yeah, so that's it pretty much for the greens. Blues here. I'm going to try to speed up here. Heavy Cavalry doesn't, I wouldn't invest too much in them. Definitely invest a little bit in the Dragoons. The Dragoons are really good, but where you're going to want to be with the blue is actually going to be in the third page here, the elite training and the Heaven's Guard. I feel like these units definitely are worth some investment in your points and stuff like that, especially because they can go on Die Hard, and that can make Die Hard very, very strong as a blue unit. And then even Luna too, because Luna, she is a flyer or she's an archer, so she can really skate across the board. Lance, Sonya, yeah, definitely. So Heaven's Guard are definitely the bread and butter of the page here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over all these now, and what I'm going to do to make this video a little bit quicker, because I do not want to hit you guys with another super long video here, is I'm just going to go over the characters that I feel like you should go after the investment. So heavy infantry, yes. Mass mage, yes. Berserkers, a little bit. Alright, elite training. Dark guards, yes. Everyone else pretty much no, maybe the Cyclops, but I wouldn't say for somebody else. Lancers, basic training. Phalanx, yes. Heavy Centurions, yes, definitely. Advanced training. Stone Colossus, maybe, be smart about that. Amazon champion, maybe again, can probably definitely wait on that. Elite trainings. The Vanguard Lancers, definitely not. And the Dark Centurions, hell yes, these guys seem pretty cool, and that barb effect can make a big difference. Cavalry training, all right. Dragoons, definitely yes, at least get them to level 5. Heavy Cavalry, no, just because they are going to be easily replaced with every character they're used on. Easily replaced, so do not invest in those guys. But the Dragoons, yes. Hellhound, no, just because their effect is kind of stupid, if I'm being real with you guys. So definitely don't invest in the Hellhound. If you want to lock them, go for it. but don't invest in them. Templar Knights, no, again, if I'm being honest with you guys. So the blues, the bread and butter of the blues is going to be the Heavens Guards and the Dragoons. I feel like those two are the absolute best for this. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go ahead and upgrade that once. All right, there we go. Then I can walk away. All right, moving on. This page here is possibly the first one you want to invest in. New players, come to the flyer and the aquatic training ASAP, just because this page is actually probably the best area to invest in first, right? So let's go over it here. So Tide Master, not too bad. The units that he's on aren't too bad either. They're pretty much water units here. I don't know why Shelfinal's here. I feel like it's very stupid that they give Shelfinal water units. I think that's so foolish of the game, and I hope in the future they patch it and change it and give her somebody else, because I don't see why she has water units. And you're going to see that too later down the road here. You're going to be like, why does she have that unit and her sister doesn't? It makes absolutely no sense. So definitely Tide Masters are worth a little bit of investment, especially if you're running your girl Angelina. So definitely worth the investment, in Lester too. The Lizardmans. Lizardmans are the special unlock here, and they can go on your boy Jug and Lester. I think that's Lester. I think that's what he's called, which is supposed to be a very strong water unit. So not too bad either, especially if you take Jug and take him through his water path. Then yeah, Jug can very pretty much tank a lot, well, do a lot more damage with the Lizardman. So definitely worth a little bit of the investment. Probably like level 3 to 5, especially if you really want to invest in other things here. All right, the second page, the advanced training, you can pretty much ignore this page, because what you're really looking at from this page, like you got the vampire bats, which aren't too bad if you're running vampires on Leon. Then leveling them up is definitely not too bad. And the Holy Pegasus, not too bad either, but I feel like these units don't really need the Holy Pegasus, so definitely skip on that. Now the Lobster Behemoth, I definitely recommend powering up. Now I have not powered him up yet, just because I have to power up my lobsters here, which I'm definitely going to be doing after the video here. And then the Lobster Behemoth is definitely what I'm going to be working on, just because throwing the Lobster Behemoth on Angelina, Shelfinal, or Lester here can make a huge difference when it comes to tanking. So definitely worth the investment, Lobster Behemoth. Now this is the page that's probably the most important page throughout the entire soldier training page, just because the angels and the gargoyles can make a huge difference in the game, especially the angels. The angels require your investment ASAP. If you have any of these units, Leon, Sherry, Matthew, Narm, well, not really Narm, but yeah, kind of Narm, Angelina, and Eric here, Ermac, whatever his name is, you definitely want to invest in the angels ASAP, especially with Leon, Sherry, and Matthew. And Angelina is just kind of a bonus there. But yes, you definitely want to invest in the angels. They are a very, very powerful unit, and they make these guys just extremely more powerful. So definitely invest in these guys ASAP. Now, if you have, let's go over to Gorgos here. Sephiroth, this dude, very depressed looking dude. Ermac, Juggler, Varna, Laird, right? Whatever they want to call him. If you have any of these units, then the gargoyles are definitely worth the investment too. Now, as you can see, my gargoyles are level 6 and my angels are level 5. I'm trying to get my angels up, but I've been running this mission and I've been not getting lucky at all. So definitely want to get these guys up to level 10 ASAP. Now the Leviathans are another unit that are very special. You unlock them, you have to pay one of those special books. Obviously I leveled them up once, so I don't have to pay the book. But this is freaking stupid. This is the stupidest thing I've ever seen in a freaking game. How are you going to have such a powerful water unit, and I mean such a powerful water unit, and give them to these two units here, Dios and Shelfinal? Dios, maybe. Shelfinal, why? So somebody in the comments, please explain to me why Shelfinal has Leviathans and not Angelina. I feel like that is a huge mistake on the game. They need to switch this. Give the Leviathans to Angelina, just because they are such a great unit, and I would easily get these units to level 5. But just the fact that it's on Shelfinal, it blows my mind, honestly, if I'm being real with you guys. So definitely hope they add Angelina in the future, or just remove Shelfino and throw Angelina in here, and then I will be like in heaven with my Angelina. Anyways, guys, besides that, let's go on to the Archer and Assassins. Now, definitely worth a little bit of the investment, especially if you got some very strong Archers and Assassins here. You got the Sky Archers, which are used by these units here. Not too bad. Shelfino can really benefit from the Sky Archers just because terrain has no effect on mobility, which is actually really good. And attack increases, so that's really good for your shelf here. And pretty much all these other units too, so if I'm being real with you guys. So Sky Archers, a little bit of the investment. High Elves, not really. I feel like the attack and defense increased by 10% in woods and mountain terrain is too much to just focus on, especially since the majority of these units probably have, the majority of these units have better units. Yeah, there's way better units. Don't invest in the, the High Elves here. Don't invest in them. Advanced training here, I could go ahead and unlock the catapults, but I feel like they're just too negative to do any good, so I actually don't recommend getting the catapults if I was you guys. Yeah, these units can benefit from them, but I don't recommend it at all. The bandits, if you want to power them up, I'd say go for it, but you're better off putting your investment in the assassin and the archers and the other chart here, which is going to be the elite training and the advanced training. The mist dancers are nice, really nice units. They are very good if you run your units certain ways. Like if my Sherry was an assassin, I would have my Mist Dancers up to level 5. And if I pulled Zoraida, I would have my Mist Dancers up to level 5. Easily, just because they're very good and they fit quite well with Zoraida and Sherry, even Silver Wolf. Owl here, I don't see it, but I guess so. So Mist Dancers, solid, definitely worth the investment. Demon Hunters, they're okay. I don't really recommend too much investment in them. And Bolt Rangers, I looked at their kit, I looked at their units, and I was just like, you know what, no. These girls here have better units, so no way. Elite Training. So the Elite Training, I'd say if you're going to go on this, go straight for the Shinobis, just because with the Shinobis, they go on Die Hard, and Die Hard with the Shinobis is very powerful. So I definitely recommend with the Elite Training here, go straight to the Shinobis first. Get that, especially if you have Die Hard. If you have Die Hard, yes, get the freaking Shinobis. You're going to see a huge difference. You got the Firebrand Snipers here. Not too bad, but I feel like these units, no, they're not going to benefit. So don't even invest in these guys. And the Samurais here. Now the Samurais are actually really good, and they're on very powerful units here, which is Kirikaze and Silver Wolf. I feel like the Samurais benefit highly on these two units here. So if you are going to be running your Kirikaze and Silver Wolf, Samurais are a good investment, and I mean really good. So I can't wait till I lock them. I'm going to be getting this to level 5, getting this one to level 5, and then definitely going to be unlocking the Samurais, just because I really do like Kirikaze. I have not built my Silver Wolf yet, but that is coming. Moving on. Sorry guys, I'm trying to be fast here. Holy and Demon, right? So you got your basic here. This is going to be pretty easy, right? Go for the Zealots. Get the Zealots as fast as possible. Just because they're extremely good on these three units. So Leadin is just gonna do a little bit more oomph, if I'm saying it, just because he doesn't really do too much damage. If I'm being real with you guys, Leadin, I feel like Leadin is not too strong, but the Zealots kind of give him a little bit of a push here. So when soldier HP is above 80% for every equipped buff, soldier attack, defense, and magic defense increased by 8%. That's extremely easy to get. And on top of that, these units are always consistently buffing themselves and buffing each other. And it's easy to keep these units above 80%, especially Chris and Sophia, being they're both pretty much healers. Yeah, they're always going to stay above 80%. So Zealots is definitely worth the level 5 investment, so I definitely will be getting them to level 5. The Bishops are not too bad either, and can be worth the investment too for the beginners. So Liana here and Sherry, Liana and Tiaras. Yeah, so if you're a beginner, but I don't recommend working on their investment way too much, just because I feel like some other units here are much better. So the Holy Knights, very good, and you do have to unlock them in this chart here. Very good for all three of these units here, especially the Queen and Tiaras. So normal attack, steal, magic damage. Hero healing effects plus 5% when soldier HP is above 80%. Defense increases by 10%. So that's going to increase the more you level up. So the Holy Knights are super worth it. And they're on horses. So that's just going to keep TRS's mobility up, which is peachy perfect. So definitely going to be working on that. Just got to get some holy books. Advanced training here. I have not worked on my advanced training at all. I feel like there's nothing really here for me, if I'm being real with you guys, to work on. The exorcists are not too bad, but they're easily replaced by the zealots, just because they're pretty much on the same units. And I feel like the zealots just are doing much better than the exorcists right now. And the Hellfire Archers, not too bad. I definitely say if you are using any of these units here, then Hellfire Archers are not too bad of investments. But there is something that is a lot better, especially if you got Lana and Bozel. I'm going to show you guys the one unit that's way better than the Hellfire Archers anyway. So don't recommend anything in this chart, if I'm being real with you guys, except for the other nodes here, like the Holy Mage and Demon HP. Definitely worth the investment. Excuse me. So this page is actually really freaking important. Now, the reason why is because of the sorcerers. Go and get the freaking sorcerers ASAP. It is on Lana and Bozel, which is important. Jessica, Liffany, important too, especially Liffany. If you build her, I'm actually looking at my Liffany a lot more, so expect her guide in the near future, guys. But yes, Lana and Bozel benefit from the sorcerers huge, big time. TRS is not too important, if I'm being real with you guys, because she's not really an offensive unit. But yeah, Lana and Bozel, big time. All stats, blah, 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 which normal increase, normal attack, deal magic damage, of course. When soldier HP is at 100%, attacking defense, attack and magic defense increase by 30%. And that increases obviously with level here. Very easy to keep their HP above 100% because they are long range fighters. So that means being long range, they're not going to get hit as much. That HP is always going to stay at that 100%. So go for the sorcerers ASAP. If you want to invest a little bit in the wizards at first, go for it. But I say take your investment, go unlock the sorcerers for your characters, and you will not be disappointed at all. Gonna be looking at those other ones. Elite trainings here. Shrine maidens, definitely you want to get. If you can go ahead and get your shrine maidens ASAP too, that'd be fantastic. Just because the shrine maidens are used on your girl Liana, Shelfino, Sophia, and your boy damn, I forgot his name, Hein, right? So it's really gonna benefit both, well, actually all of these units, because they're very good support units here. Shelfino being a little bit offensive, but definitely a good unit, especially if you don't want to get one shot. You know, Macho Blast, or pretty much anybody that's going to hit any of these units, they won't be able to one shot them because it's going to reduce the damage. That is physical damage, so be mindful of that, guys. So Shrine Maid is definitely worth the investment. The Undead Knights, not too bad either, and if you're going to invest in them, I don't know. I feel like these units, they're just way better units for these guys. So I wouldn't really invest in the Undead Knights for now. Maybe in the future that might change for me. So yeah, so I'm not too sure about these guys. Well, they got mobility, and when attacking units other than demons and holy knights, attack increases by 10%. So I'd say maybe on Bernhardt, Sonya, maybe in Bernhardt and Sonya, yeah, they probably be pretty good. I don't know. I'm not too sure about those guys. Anyways, guys, so yeah, so for these guys, definitely the sorceress, that is the way to go. So I hope that helps you guys and gives you kind of my insight on all these characters, the soldiers and stuff like that. Definitely work on your soldiers. So tip number one is see what your box got, and for instance, go over to a character here. I'm almost done with this video, guys. Go over to a character here. Let's take Liffany, for example. All right, so we're gonna go over the character here, go over the soldiers. See, she already has the sorceress, right? If I didn't have the sorceress unlocked, let's go put on the warlocks. Look at the stat decrease, 392. Switch to the sorceress, 486. Boom. Now, if I want somebody else, all I have to do is click it, look at the top. That means wizard. That means you get it through her. Then I can look through these and see if I have to go through any training things. I don't think she has any training things for me here. Nope, she doesn't. Let's move on to a different character here. Let's take a look at Bozel, maybe. What does Bozo got for me? Oh, catapult. So look at training field. So I press go and then take a look at what do I need to do to get to that too. So that's a little bit of an easy thing to do, especially if you guys want a certain character. But be smart in your investments with your soldiers, guys. Do not go wasting all your gold and all your resources on all these things. And look at your characters. If you have certain characters that need certain units, just go after that first. Get that node, get that chart to level 12 ASAP. And then once you're pretty much far in the game, try to get all these to level 12 just so you can unlock all the really good characters and stuff like that. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. It's your boy, Captain BEARDZ. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Peace out.